I'm making buffalo chicken salad and I've got to get the chicken cooking. So I'm going to throw just a tablespoon of butter in a small skillet and then I'll add just a little bit of olive oil. And while that's heating up, I've got one boneless, skinless chicken breast and I'm just going to cut it in half and this will help it cook a little faster. So I'll just lay my palm flat on top of the chicken and I just slice it in half. It helps to have a really sharp knife. All right, now I'll just grab some salt and pepper, sprinkle it on top. Okay, now I'll just put it into the skillet with the butter and olive oil, salt and pepper the other side. All right, now I'm gonna hurry and wash my hands because I don't have any time to lose. Okay, I'm gonna whip up a really quick blue cheese dressing for the buffalo chicken salad. And it starts with half a cup of mayonnaise. Sorry, that noise always makes me laugh. I can't help it. I have two boys. Okay, and then I'll add 1/4 cup of sour cream, 1/4 cup of milk. Then I'll mix this together and get it really, really smooth. Okay, I'm gonna turn the chicken real quick. All right, I'll let those finish up. Now to the dressing, I'll add a couple of dashes of Worcestershire. And then of course, since it's blue cheese dressing, about 1/4 cup of blue cheese. A little bit more if you're like me. I like tangy, tangy, tangy blue cheese dressing. Okay, I'm gonna add just a little bit of pepper. Okay, the dressing's all done. So I'll start working on the salad greens. I'm gonna chop up some romaine lettuce. I'll just cut off the tough end and then I'll just make small cuts. Okay, I think that ought to be enough. Now the chicken's just about done, so I'm gonna pour some Louisiana hot sauce right over the chicken. This is also called cayenne pepper sauce. It's the sauce I use to make buffalo wings. Now I'll let that sit for a sec. Now I'll throw the romaine into a bowl, and then I just have a box of mixed greens. I want the salad to have some variation in color and texture, so I'll just throw a few of these in there. And then I'll just mix this up. And now I'll just pour some of the dressing over the top. Any dressing I have left over, I'll just use as a veggie dip. Okay, now I'll just toss these around. I'm doing pretty well. I better keep on it. Dogs, how do you think I'm doing? They don't look very impressed. All right, now the chicken's done. So the last thing I'm gonna do is just slice it up to put over the top of the salad. And I'll just slice it really, really thinly, a little bit on the diagonal. I love buffalo wings and so does my husband Lad, so we might just share this salad tonight. Okay, now I really want this chicken to be unmistakably buffalo wing in nature, so I'm just gonna spoon a little bit more of the sauce over the top. I want them to be really saucy. Okay, now I'll assemble the salad. Just got a serving bowl, and I'll just pile all the greens in there. Got that yummy blue cheese dressing. Let me check the clock. Oh boy, I better hurry. I knew this one would be close. Okay, and then I'll just grab the chicken, arrange it over the top. Okay, now the last thing, I'm gonna cut the bottom off of a head of celery, open it up and grab a few celery hearts with the little leaves. This is just a nod to buffalo wings and eating celery with blue cheese dressing. And then I'll just sprinkle on a little bit of extra blue cheese. Okay, I gotta check the clock. Oh, just a little over 10 minutes. That counts, right? I think I made it. Did you hear that, guys? I made it. Yay! Guys. Well, my boy Bryce just called and he said he and his friend Pat are hungry. Now there's something new. They're headed up here to the lodge to get something to eat, so I have exactly 16 minutes to make them something delicious. I'm gonna throw together some buffalo chicken burgers. Oh my goodness, these are delicious, saucy, drippy, and wonderful. I started with ground chicken and I seasoned with salt and pepper. And I'm gonna add just a little melted butter and some Louisiana hot sauce, the stuff you'd use if you were making buffalo wings. I'm gonna go in with my hands. There's no better way. Ground chicken is such a great alternative to ground beef. Don't tell any rancher I said that. I love the texture of ground chicken. It's so soft and tender. Okay, I'm gonna divide this little pile in half, and I'll make 2 equal-sized patties. When you're making buffalo chicken burgers, you don't wanna form teeny tiny thin patties. You really wanna make a nice, big, substantial one. Okay, I'm gonna get this into a skillet with a little vegetable oil in it, and I'll get the other one formed. Patrick is my best friend Hyacinth's son. I'm kind of his second mama, and he's my 3rd son. My 4th son, if you count Lad. Okay, I'll get the other one in, and I'm gonna go wash my hands. While the burgers keep cooking away, I'm gonna whip up a really simple buffalo sauce. It's about 1/2 cup of melted butter, and I'll add the same amount of the hot sauce. Louisiana hot sauce is also called cayenne hot sauce. It's used to make buffalo wings, anything where you want that really tangy, spicy flavor. There is nothing like it. I filled it a little bit full. I'm gonna try not to make a huge mess. I want to stir this until it's totally mixed together and the butter isn't separated at all from the sauce. That looks great. Now I'm going to flip the burgers. See how they look? Oh my goodness. Yum, yum. Now I want to start this saucy process. So I'm going to spoon a couple of spoonfuls of the sauce onto each burger. So while they cook on the other side, I'm gonna make a simple blue cheese dressing to go on the burgers. Started with about 1/2 cup of mayonnaise and the same amount of sour cream and about 1/4 cup of blue cheese crumbles. You can add more if you're a big blue cheese fan. Splash of vinegar and salt and pepper. Another quick way you can make blue cheese dressing is just to take a bottle of ranch dressing and add blue cheese crumbles. Don't think I haven't done that from time to time. All right, that is all mixed together. So now I'm gonna get some buns into a skillet to toast. I've been heating up an iron skillet, and I'll get a little bit of butter going. Instead of plain buns, I thought it would be really delicious to use onion rolls. So I'll get those in. Make sure they soak up the butter in the skillet, and I just need to let these toast for about 2 minutes. Oh my gosh, the other side of these burgers looks delicious. Now I'm gonna pour just a little bit more sauce on the other side. All right, I'm gonna let these keep cooking for a couple minutes.
Dude, I'm so hungry.
Honestly, one of your mom's meals sounds perfect right now. I can't think of anything better.
The burger patties are almost ready, so I'm gonna go ahead and get the buns out. Oh, they look great, buttery and toasty. I love toasting buns before building burgers.
You know what she's making?
Nah, I ain't got no idea.
Okay, now I'm gonna get some of this sauce. This sauce is getting a workout. I'm gonna pour a little bit on the bottom bun. Okie doke. Time for the burgers to go on. This is a burger fit for a teenage boy. Okay, now I'm gonna put all sorts of fun stuff on top. I've got some thinly sliced celery, and I'll drop a little on each burger. Okay, I'm gonna put a little bit of blue cheese dressing on each pile of celery, and then a little bit of extra blue cheese crumbles. Why not? Okay, I'm gonna put a little dressing on the buns, the top buns. Hey!
Hi.
Speaking of dreamy,
How are you?
my 2 favorite teenage boys.
How you doing?
Don't tell Todd I said that.
Oh, okay.
Hi, Bryce.
That's
How are you, son?
Yeah.
Oh, look at this. This is fancy.
Well, you said you were hungry. I made you buffalo chicken burgers.
I didn't think you were gonna go all out.
I always go all out for you guys. All right, why don't you guys go chow down?
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome, boys. Just love those kids. Buffalo chicken meatballs. So I've got ground chicken, which is sold in the supermarket. I'm just gonna add a bunch of things to it. So 1 egg, breadcrumbs. You can do seasoned, but these are plain. I added salt and pepper. And then I've got really little bits of celery, which of course is always served with buffalo chicken. Garlic, of course. And then the white parts of green onions, sliced really thin. Louisiana hot sauce. So look, this did not take long at all to kind of mix together. It's a little bit more tender than ground beef, so it all really stirs together easily. Okay, really good. So I'm gonna use my trusty scoop, and I'm gonna get about 28 to 30 meatballs out of it. I'll roll them up and put them on the sheet pan. So these are gonna bake at 400 degrees for about 15 minutes until they're totally done. All right, I'm gonna make a sauce. So that is nothing more than butter and more Louisiana hot sauce. So I've got the skillet on medium high, and I'm just gonna cook this until the butter is melted, the sauce is bubbling, and everything just looks orange and wonderful. Okay, so this would be a wonderful time to go grab the meatballs out of the oven. Now I'm just gonna scrape them off of the sheet pan and get them into the sauce. Make sure the sauce is still bubbling. All righty, now I'm gonna turn the heat off of the sauce and then look, just stir them around and get them totally coated. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Delicious, they look amazing. So to serve these, I'm just gonna pile them in the middle of a platter. I love things like this, just saucy and messy and wonderful. Okay, so celery sticks, and then gorgonzola cheese, and then some celery leaves, and a little thing of toothpicks. And then I cannot let this sauce go to waste. I have to pour some more on.
Actually, a beautiful platter.
It is fun. Just serve this to friends, serve it to your kids, serve it to yourself. In my world, wings are absolutely everywhere, and berries are absolutely everywhere. I love them in any form. So I'm gonna make a batch of sticky blueberry wings. Ooh, these are so good. A little bit of a change up from regular buffalo wings, and they are absolutely, I'm gonna say it, berry-licious. I've got wings in this bowl, and they're basically wing drumettes and the little flat pieces. And I sprinkled over garlic salt and a bunch of black pepper. So I'm gonna give them a real quick toss just to make sure they're totally coated in the seasoning. And seasoning the wings is as simple as that. So I have a rack over a sheet pan, and I lined the sheet pan with foil before I put the rack on. And then it'll sort of catch all the mess as these cook. All right, that looks good. And these are gonna go into a 400-degree oven for 20 minutes, and I'll turn them once during the cooking process. And then they'll get tossed in the sticky sauce. All right, the wings are one part of this recipe. The sticky blueberry sauce is a very important part. So I'll start with the blueberry, and that's about a cup of blueberry preserves. And I'm also gonna add some fresh blueberries. So the preserves will take care of making the sauce nice and sticky. The fresh blueberries will really enhance that fresh blueberry flavor. Ooh, that was a tongue twister. I wanna make these wings a little bit spicy, so I have a bunch of diced jalapeno, and then garlic, of course, and fresh ginger. Do not skip this. This is one of the best things I love about this sauce. And then I love the addition of soy, just a couple of generous tablespoons. Then I'll turn on the heat, and I just need to stir this sauce and let it cook and thicken and get bubbly and spicy, and just let all the flavors marry and have lots of babies. All right, so here's where I am. The wings are in the oven cooking. I'll turn them over to the other side in a bit and let them finish cooking. This sauce needs some time to cook and bubble and simmer and thicken. So then when they're both ready, I will bring the two together. It's gonna get exciting around here. Okay, I've got the wings out of the oven, and while I was there, I turned the oven on to broil, and I'm gonna get the wings ready for the next stage. So they're all gonna go into this bowl, and I got them just slightly golden, and I can kind of hear that crispy skin when I pick them up. Ooh, they smell so good. The sauce is very thick and magical. Look at this. Ooh, that looks so good. So you guessed it. It gets poured over the wings. It looks like a lot of sauce, but you really want to coat those wings generously because there should not be a single bit of wing that is not totally coated in the sauce. All right, I'm gonna make a mess. This is another reason I have this rack on here. Pouring them back onto the pan. Now they look a little weird right now, but trust me, this next stage is gonna take care of everything. All right, now I'm gonna put them back in the oven under the broiler, and it's gonna take them about 4 minutes to caramelize. The step under the broiler completely finishes these off. They are just almost transformed. They get stickier, the sauce caramelizes. These are just show-stopping wings, in my opinion. All right, they go onto a serving platter now, and it's a purplish serving platter, so this is just a purple appetizer, what can I say? And these are the kind of wings that you just take a bite of and you cannot stop. They are scrumptious. These would be great as an appetizer before a meal, or you could turn this into a meal itself with just a salad and maybe some biscuits or bread. Delicious. I think they just look fantastic by themselves on this platter, but I think a little bit of green will kind of make them look just absolutely beautiful. And the jalapenos in the sauce makes the sauce, you know, not too one note. It gives it a heat and it's just delicious. Alrighty, and I have some little halved blueberries. They might kind of disappear, but I'm gonna sprinkle them on just to give the platter some interest. Wow. I think this is the prettiest platter of wings I've probably ever seen. Definitely the prettiest I've ever made. Sticky blueberry wings. Absolutely took regular wings to a whole new level. I am going to really enjoy digging into these alone. This is one messy platter of food. Ooh, it's gonna be so good. Buffalo chicken tachos. I've just got frozen tots and I'm sprinkling on some chili powder and some cumin. Sprinkle that over. And then I'll give these a toss. Frozen tots are pretty darn good as they are, but adding the chili powder and cumin really kind of elevates them. Okay, they are all coated. So I'm gonna bake these in the oven. They're gonna go onto a rimmed sheet pan. Now I'm gonna bake these in a 450-degree oven for about 35 minutes. So I'm gonna move forward with the buffalo chicken mixture. I just added some chicken breasts that I cut into chunks. And I'm adding plenty of salt and pepper. I just had a little butter in the skillet. And I'm gonna start browning this before I move forward with the sauce. This kind of recipe is so much fun because you can serve it to teenagers after school. If they have friends over after a football game, it's perfect for that. Okay, the chicken is starting to brown, so I have some more things to add to the skillet. I've got some finely minced garlic and some sliced celery, which kind of ties into the buffalo chicken theme, and some sliced scallions. Okay. When Alex and Paige left for college, I swore things would never feel normal again. But we've kind of gotten a little rhythm. When the girls come home to visit, it's absolutely wonderful. And then when they go back, we settle right back into the man cave routine. So now for the buffalo angle, I've got Louisiana hot sauce. And I'm gonna pour in a whole bottle. This is a great, quick way to make buffalo chicken. Of course, the classic is buffalo chicken wings. That takes a little more time. You have to fry the wings and then simmer them in the sauce. Okay, I think that chicken is just about done. And I think the tots are ready to come out of the oven. They should be golden and crisp. And yes, they are. While I'm here, I'm gonna turn the broiler on. So that'll be ready. So now I'm gonna assemble the tachos, but I wanna get the tots into sort of a group in the middle. You basically wanna make a pile. So first I'm gonna put on just a little bit of cheese. I'm using pepper jack, but you can use plain jack, sharp cheddar, a mix of Colby jack, and then this very saucy, spicy, tasty chicken goes on. I'm gonna grab a bigger spoon. Okay, now you wanna get a bunch of chicken on top, but you also wanna get sauce all over the mix. It'll kind of seep down into those crevices. And then the rest of the cheese goes on. And this is going to be such a scrumptious pile of food right here. Okay, now the pan goes under the broiler just for 2 or 3 minutes until the cheese is melted and bubbly. This is not a dish you want to make ahead of time. You make it right before you serve it. Now I'm gonna make a blue cheese ranch dressing to go with the tachos. You won't believe how easy this is. I've just got some prepared ranch and I'm spiking it with just a little bit of blue cheese. I'll give it a stir and add a little pepper and a little bit of salt. Ranch is basically a way of life with my teenagers. They eat ranch with pizza, chicken nuggets, French fries. I like to spike it with just a little bit of blue cheese to keep it consistent with buffalo chicken. Okay, that's the dressing. Pretty sure that cheese is melted by now. Let me take a look. Oh, yes. It all makes sense now, doesn't it? Oh, what a fun dish. I love it. Now, of course, you can serve little ramekins with the ranch in it, but I kind of like to just go for it and drizzle it on all over. It kind of makes a mess, but that never bothers me. Now, to garnish, I like to sprinkle on some celery leaves. So pretty and keeps driving home that buffalo chicken point. And then a whole bunch of green onions. Well, if you've never seen buffalo chicken tachos before in your life, that just changed. Here they are.